Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your reading for the period covering August the 27th through September the 9th, 2024. This is a reading if you are Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, or have another significant Cancer placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about these videos. I also do daily tarot readings on my Morning Coffee with Breege that I do on the my Instagram live stream, which is usually, right now it's at 7 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. You can find details about that on Instagram if you follow me. And also I do my channelings of Archangel Azrael. If you want to know more about my work, my offerings, my services, and also about finding my Instagram and the live streams and my other social media, please check the description box below. Okay, so let's get right into your reading. I'm trying to be a little more compact, and because I know I've had some comments that these readings run rather long, so I'm trying different ways to try to keep everything compact and give you all the information that I want to in this 2-week period of time by using a full horoscope spread based on the astrological houses and using Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche deck, which are the big cards underneath, and then I use a tarot deck. This week we are using the Aquarian Tarot, and I'm going to be clarifying our reading with the Between Worlds Oracle. Okay, so all right, let's get right into your reading. So first off, Cancer, this is really interesting. I feel like okay. There's some kind of a new beginning that's going on here. Like, I'm looking at your career and what you're doing for yourself, and you've got the Ace of Pentacles, so this might be a new financial opportunity for you. You have it with the winged disc, so this seems to indicate this is a card of success. So the fact that we have success with the Ace of Pentacles, this could be a new job that gives you more visibility. It could be another financial opportunity, or just another opportunity for you to this is a house of legacy, like what you are going to do for the wider community and the wider world. Okay, that's really the essence of the 10th house. And this suggests to me that maybe if you've had obstacles, that you're going to be overcoming them. If you've left a job, this is like moving into a new one and having a new financial beginning that is very, very promising. There's definitely a sense here of things that are moving in a very, very good direction for you. So that's the first thing that caught my eye in this reading. With regard to finances, again, we have the Hierophant. So I don't know if some of you teach, because the Hierophant is definitely the idea of a teacher or mentor, often a spiritual teacher, but does not have to be. But there seems to be this sense that in the financial house, I feel like this could either be more of a focus on your values, or this could be just a moving to a higher level of commitment. Or perhaps, like I said, if some of you are teachers and going back to school, maybe this is like an income source that's going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. But Isis is a card of patience, so it may be something where if finances have been tight, it says be patient, this is going to come to an end. If you're not a teacher, then this could just be that this implies a higher level of commitment. It is Taurus energy in the Taurus house, so it is very, very good. And it does seem to indicate things going on a stable track, being able to focus on things maybe in a more traditional manner. Like if you've had a rather haphazard approach to your finances, maybe you're going to be doing something more steady and more traditional. Maybe you'll have the opportunity to invest or to do something like that. But definitely there's this sense here of moving kind of towards this higher level of commitment. And with Isis, I feel like this is something where you're persevering at, and dealing with and being patient. So if there's monies you're waiting on, this is basically saying be patient. Isis is also about being compassionate, making sure you're taking care of yourself. That in maybe a lot of times when we have a situation where we don't feel like we have enough money, we neglect self-care. We may neglect healthcare. We may neglect other things that are really meant to help us and make us feel better. And Isis may be saying, make sure you take some time for self-care there. We have fire in the first house with the 3 of Pentacles. So fire indicates, you being very, very inspired, you being active, you being ready to get to work. And with the 3 of Pentacles, this does suggest a collaborative kind of situation. Like you are ready to get out in the world. If you have been kind of hiding in your shell a little bit, Cancer, this is you finally being able to get out there. But the 3 of Pentacles, this is more about working with people, like trying to build the vision that you want, trying to, through collaborative efforts, to get to just have your work and what you're putting your energy into being seen or being recognized in some way. So Three of Pentacles is you, others recognizing you for your work and you working with others. So it definitely seems like you are getting fired up this fall. Yeah, and it's interesting. You have another ace here in the third house. So if some of you are in business for yourself and things maybe haven't been great, this is saying not to worry. Ace of Rods would indicate an injection of new energy. Again, there's all this new energy. There's these collaborations with Winged Disc and Ace of Pentacles up here. I mean, yeah, for some of you, these are very new beginnings, and these are very promising new beginnings. So if summertime has been not the greatest or has been very slow, or if there's been communications you've been waiting for, Lotus may be saying maybe you've been worried about certain communications, or maybe the absence of communication from somebody. But Ace of Rods, again, a very powerful new beginning. If this is love you're looking for, this could be a powerful and passionate communication from somebody, okay? Because the aces do also bring messages. So I do feel like there's going to be a message, and whatever this is, I mean, it does seem like it's going to be something that contributes to this feeling fired up and feeling confident kind of energy, but I think Lotus is also saying it may alleviate some worries of yours as well. Now, in your own house, the fourth house, this is interesting because Gemini also had Anubis in the fourth house. I feel like, yeah, there's a sense of protection here. So I don't know if there's a situation in which you feel like within your home that you've been setting boundaries, or maybe just kind of staying holed up at home because you feel safer there. But Anubis, Anubis can imply travel, but I think it's also just the idea that we are, for our own sense of security, that we may be establishing certain boundaries. For some people, this could have something to do with if you're thinking about moving house, or if a lease is ending or something like that, then there may be some, ideas about, there may be some concerns about security or about staying where you are. Though Anubis always indicates protection. We do have it with the King of Rods. So the King of Rods, that's a very, very determined energy. This is somebody who's very determined to do what they want and get what they want. And again, it's fire energy. It's usually, King of Rods is like Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. There's this very strong kind of fiery energy, but it's not a negative energy. This is a determination to do things. This could well be you as well. That you are in a mode now where maybe you feel like you've got a handle on whatever it is you're trying to do or accomplish, and you're going to be able to move forward. I feel like all of this, like especially if there's somebody who has a business and they work from home, like this is actually a really excellent omen for being able to, being ambitious and being able to move ahead. King of Rods can be a person too, as I've mentioned. So I don't know if there's a person in connection with this situation, whether it's a family member or somebody else like a landlord or something. If that figures in, but yeah, there definitely is this very strong fiery energy. I feel like whoever this person is, though, if this is an outside person influencing the situation, I do feel like this is somebody who has your back and is a good person to have your back, okay, and whatever's going on. But there's a lot of new beginnings here. Yeah, actually, this is like you right now, Cancer. This looks like you totally being ready to take something to the next level, and to break away from any obstacles and move into a new direction. So that's all great. Yeah, and you've got this card of victory over here. You've got the Six of Rods, and this has to do with a creative project. So if there's a creative project you've been trying to finish, I feel like you're going to finish something like in the next 6 weeks, maybe that you've been working on. Because Hathor here, between these two things, yeah, there's definitely the sense of potentially creative energy going on here and having success in something. Hathor would have something to do with organization or structure a lot of the time when I think about it creatively. I mean, it can also be people who work on creative projects that tend to be associated with quote unquote feminine things, like somebody who likes to bake, for example. It's the fall and now I'm going to, whip out my skills of baking all this different stuff, or who likes to sew, or who likes to make certain types of crafts. I mean, it can indicate that kind of energy, but does not have to. Hathor, I feel here like this is somebody, and I don't feel like this is somebody who's particularly child-oriented in this house. I mean, there can be a mother vibe to Hathor, but I just kind of feel like this is more somebody who is, everything about this doesn't suggest that. It could be this. I feel like this is more something. There's more of this energy. There's like a maternal energy, but it's being put more towards yourself, taking care of yourself, and engaging in your own creativity. if somebody is looking for love, okay, now again, I'm going to talk to the people who are unmarried and looking for love, or not in a serious relationship and looking for love. And with Hathor and the twins, I don't know. I feel like there's somebody coming in. I mean, twins definitely indicates, in the 7th house to me, indicates a marriage partnership, a legal partnership, okay? But with the moon, this may be a situation that's not clear right now. Maybe there's been a lack of clarity in communication with somebody, or maybe you've only known that this person is interested through your intuition and maybe not through their actual actions, okay? But I feel like, actually, okay, this is what's kind of coming into my head. I feel like maybe for some of you, there was a communication that happened soon that really sparked something or started something, and that this is where your victory is. And whatever this situation is where you feel like, oh, I'm not really, okay, I put this information out there. Is it going to do anything? Is it going to go anywhere? I feel like this is saying, yes, it's going to hit its mark. That you are going to be seen, by displaying that confidence, by stepping into your femininity, by stepping into your vulnerability, that somehow you have achieved something here. So but again, I feel like that's a more specific message. Overall, though, it does seem clear to me that, and the twins here, okay, for people who are either not looking for love or perhaps are already married, this could indicate a more emotional time in your marriage, or maybe you're, spending more time, maybe taking a vacation or a break with your spouse. It can also indicate a new business partnership that might be coming in, potentially. Because again, I'm seeing a whole lot about wanting to work with people. So that could be part of the equation. Or it could be somebody where maybe with the moon here, the line is kind of blurred. Or be talking about love, or be talking about working together. Maybe it's a little of both. I don't know. There's a couple of possibilities there. But I do feel that for somebody here, there's I don't know, there may have been somebody who has maybe taken a risk on love. We do have the Fool overall here. And that even though maybe it's not clear right now, that this is actually going to lead to something. So that's... that's a message I'm getting that's kind of flowing in my mind right now, and that may be for a very specific person. Okay, so 6th house. This is Virgo energy. Virgo has to do with your work. It also has to do with your health and things like that. Now, I feel like with 5 of Swords, maybe you've had some health difficulties recently, or like I said, this also could have to do with the job too. But I don't know why I'm feeling like this might be health difficulties, certain limitations maybe that you've had, or things where maybe you're feeling a bit defeated. And it doesn't have to be a serious health problem. I mean, I hope it's not. I mean, but you never know, because those things are always possible. I'm not suggesting that there is one, by the way, if you don't have one. I don't want people to think that I'm predicting that, oh, you're going to have a serious health problem, because I'm not doing that. This is if you already are coping with something like that. This is a sense of feeling like you're limited in some way. Now, this doesn't just have to do with physical health. For some people, this could be mental health. If maybe you feel overwhelmed recently and feel like, you're not moving forward with things, you may be a sense of self-defeat that may be affecting your body. It may be affecting your moods, your ability to, the mind has an effect on the body. When we are feeling down in that way, we may not eat right, we may not exercise, we may not, we may just get out of our routines and start to feel unwell. Okay, that's always a possibility here. And it may be because we're feeling this sense of limitation or defeat over something. But Crook and Flail will be telling us to kind of, this is about self-discipline, self-confidence, saying no. You want to get back into taking care of yourself. Again, this is the time of Virgo, and this is the Virgo house. And so this often indicates this is a good time for us to get back into good health habits, good sleep patterns, good routines for ourselves, and to pay attention to our physical health and doing the best that we can to maximize that for ourselves. But I do feel like if you have been going through a period like this, that Crook and Flail seems to indicate that just through doing the work that something is going to an end. So if you had something recently, let's just say you're somebody who's had a surgery or something, there's the idea that whatever the follow-up is, whether you need to do physical therapy or whether or not you need to take certain things or whatever, that just kind of following through with that discipline is going to help you. So if you're saying, well, I don't have any health issues, and again, I'm not predicting them for people who don't have them, this could also have to do with a job situation. Maybe you feel you've been held back from a promotion or something like that with the 5 of Swords. But But again, with the wing disc and the Ace of Pentacles, if you're somebody who didn't get a promotion that was owed to you, then you're going to find a new job and you're going to be way more successful at that new job. Okay, so those are the possibilities that we're looking at here. Now, okay, 8th house. We have this is the house of transformation, and yeah, Urias says surprises incoming. Surprises incoming that you may need to have strength for. Now again, I don't want to scare anybody with that. It just simply means that I feel more like it means things are maybe getting ready to move ahead very, very quickly for you, and that you may not be expecting that. You may be expecting same old, and you may even be expecting that people in situations are going to be the same thing, but you're going to be surprised. Urias indicates those unexpected turns and twists and turns that we were not thinking of. But I feel like with strength here, yes, this could be you having to have some courage. And I think the courage is not so much that bad things are going to happen and that you have to brace yourself. I don't really, that's not the vibe that I have here. It's more the vibe of, you may be given opportunities, and rather than say, oh, well, I'm afraid to take that opportunity, maybe it's going to drain me of time, money, energy, or this and that. It's more like saying, no, you need to step up to the plate. That's more that kind of an energy. Like there's an opportunity here that you don't want to miss. Yeah, and I don't know. This is the house of expanding horizons, right? Sagittarius. So Buckle of Isis is about, make a sacrifice that you're making that's going to be rewarded. Efforts that you're putting into something. Now, this could be into a class. This could be into a spiritual path or practice. This could even be a journey that you're taking. Although with Knight of Pentacles, that tends to go more staying, it's less about travel. But Knight of Pentacles may indicate something that's been happening at a slow and steady pace, that's been growing slowly. It's more Saturn type energy that it's not, it's not something quick that happens overnight. But nonetheless, whatever it is that you may be investing in to expand your horizons, even if it feels like it's moving slowly, it's definitely telling you that the results are going to be worth it. Okay. Now this is interesting because in your friendship house, you've got the Page of Swords with Horus. So I don't know. It seems like there may be talk going on that, or maybe a buzz about something that you are not aware of. Page of Swords indicates, at its worst, it's scandal and gossip. At its best, it's kind of like buzz or conversation around you that you're not aware of. But with Horus here, I don't feel like it's necessarily bad talk. And again, with Urias in the 8th house, I feel like whatever it is, it's just something that's going to give you a new perspective on something. Like you may think that people are, slagging you off or saying bad things behind your back. Or if they are, they may be doing it because there may be something bigger and better going on than what you think. I know that sounds odd, but I'll just give you an example of how that might work. And I'm not saying that's necessarily the case here. But let's just say you've been interested in somebody in your friend group and that you have competition. Maybe there's other people interested in that person, right? And then you just hear this buzz that people may be kind of slagging you off because they say, oh, well, why does that person like you? And then you're like, wait a minute, are you telling me that this person likes me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like there could be some gossip or judgy kind of comments because somebody may be jealous of what you have, but you didn't know that you had it. You know what I mean? It's that kind of energy. I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense. And I'm not saying that's what's going on here, but that's an example of what I mean. But we have this Horus energy here. So overall, yeah, I do feel like there's friendly support here, but I feel like something's going to be revealed. Some kind of communications that have been going on that have been out of your reach are going to be revealed. Maybe it's going to be through other friends or through allies. But whatever it is, though, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be some surprises here, Cancer. Like there's going to be something here, but I don't feel like I'm not seeing ultimately a result that's disastrous or negative, just not what you expected. So it may be that I'll give you another example. When I used to work in the library field, I always kind of kept to myself, did my job. I never really felt that anybody was paying any attention to the work that I did. But then I remember there was a big major conference where I was called and someone said, yeah, we'd like you to speak on this subject because everybody in the state thinks you're the expert on this. And I'm like, they do? Like it's a buzz that's going on that I don't know about. So that's what I'm talking about there. That's kind of what this feels like. Okay, your 12th house, Pisces energy. Bastet. Okay, so this is okay, so yeah, this has to do with psychosomatic healing, things that connected to the body potentially, and the mind-body kind of stuff that may be affecting you in the background, that are hidden, not seen. There may be concerns about, your personal happiness, about reaching out to certain people. You have judgment here, so I feel like there's decisions that you have to make. Like as you wake up to things, you may be wondering what the implication is, and being Bastet is a very friendly card. It's somebody who likes attention, recognition, warmth. Maybe you're worried that this is not what's going to be happening for you. But judgment, again, if there has been a cycle where you feel like you have been invisible or your work has been invisible, I feel like this is a card of endings. So I feel like there's a chance there's a chance for a second chance at something, for something to work out. Now, overall, yeah, you're very, solid and stable. You've got Osiris, so it's saying, the world's not going to slip away under your feet. You have good judgment. You're very solid. You know what you're doing. You're putting down roots. But you've also got the Fool, so this is also a time when you're going to be taking risks. There's a whole lot of energy between the Fool, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Rods. There's this energy. I mean, yeah, some things are ending here, but there's this newness that's going on, and it feels like this is a newness that's connected to your visibility, your job, your career, what you're doing. Like I said, if there's been health situations, I feel like there's going to be an improvement there. And for some of you, this does seem to indicate new relationships and learning some things through friends or friend groups that you didn't know that people might have been saying. So that's the overall energy for you, Cancer, for this period of time. So let's see what your Between Worlds card is here. Interesting. You got two. Okay, so we have the Death card from this one, and then we have Discernment. Okay, so let me tell you what both of those cards mean. Okay, so the Death card is, an old bird rests atop a pile of bones where, oddly enough, flowers are growing. This card signals significant change and, of course, an ending. It may be difficult, but that's okay. Do not turn away, but also don't dwell too long. Can you meet this moment with an open heart? Employ rituals for grieving and release, then let yourself be free. Okay, so there's definitely a sense of letting go of the past and allowing yourself, that may be the Fool here. Allow yourself to take that risk and move into the new space, not just try to be overly protective. And then we have Discernment, okay? And this is because take your time. Sorry, my eyes are freaking out here. Take your time to gather information, listen to elders, and assess the situation from all sides. Perspective is everything. This card places a pin in the present, but with deep connections to the past and broad implications for the future. There are several possible outcomes, and your choices here matter. It is soon time to turn good thinking into right action. And yeah, that's actually perfect. I think that really fits in with this. Yeah, you've got this Judgment here. Your thinking, your decisions, it's time to turn them into into actions, to taking those risks, to working with other people, to just having these new beginnings in communication, in career, to have the strength to get out there and to meet the new opportunities that may be coming in here, these new twists and turns that might be coming in. So anyway, that's your reading for this next 2 weeks, Cancer. I really hope this is helpful. Again, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're not already subscribed to get more of these videos and to be notified when they come out. Thank you so much, and we'll see you later in September.